Alright, well, since I did a review on the ZTE Warp, I figured I would do one now on the Samsung Transform Ultra. So here it is, really quick size comparison. Now there is a case on this. This is the difference in size immediately. You can tell that the screen is larger on the Warp. Sorry, my screen's a little dirty. Now he does have a screen protector on this phone, so therefore I can't tell you how it feels, if it smudges more. Obviously you can tell that this foam, that it does smudge a lot, but that's with any touchscreen foam. Alright, so my first feel is, like I went through on my other video, it goes very smooth through all the pages. I'm not noticing any lag or anything like that. Let's first cover text messaging. Let me go back and we'll do contacts. You still have the boost numbers in here, right? Okay, good. We'll do call balance. I'll just for texting purposes. I'll just type what I did on my phone earlier. Put I love McDonald's. So, okay. One thing that I'll point out right away is this is the first time I've ever had an actual physical keyboard, so I'm not used to it, so therefore I'm going to be typing a lot slower than some of you. I like the feel of it. It maybe, I think what they could have possibly improved a little bit is maybe raising the keys a little bit, because your fingers do run pretty smooth over all the numbers and everything. However, like I mentioned before, I have a sense that it was built well, that these keys will not fall off or anything. It's got a good feel to it, and it's pretty easy to type on, even for somebody like me who is not used to that. And that's just a password thing that's enabled on all the Android devices. Someone asked me about that earlier, if you can have the little green dots. Yeah, you can have it on the Warp, you could have it on the Ultra and the Prevail. Now let's go to just standard texting with this keypad. Now I'll type the same thing. As you can see, I'm running through it a lot easier because that's what I'm used to. You can't actually. I take that back. Yeah, it's running smooth. I'm not missing any letters or anything like that, and it does have autocorrect, so it just capitalized McDonald's for me. I like it. It is, compared to the Warp, it is a little bit more crammed. I feel that I can type a lot smoother when I just type with one hand. However, I'm a guy and my hands are pretty big. As you can tell, here's the size of the phone compared to my hand. However, it's not impossible, but I just feel that if I were typing with just one hand, until basically my right hand covers one half and my left hand covers the left half of the keyboard for when I need to go back and forth. Other than that, I like that. That's a good feature to it. Big thing is camera. A lot of people were. Now there is a difference that the Ultra is at 3.2 or 3 megapixels for the Ultra. 3.2. Okay, so this is 3.2 megapixels compared to the ZTE Warp, which is 5. Okay, so I'll pull up both side by side. Now this is a little bit different. The lighting's going to be different because I can alter it on my phone. But let me see if I can. Yeah, that's the reason why it could look a lot more crisper, or it could look a lot brighter, because you can alter that on the Warp. So that's a side by side. Obviously, a lot of people you have already seen the camera on my phone. So let's go to, to the front. Alright, so here it is. This is the front. I'm not kidding you, this picture, what's the megapixel on the front camera?
It's VGA.
It's VGA. Runs smooth. I mean, you're going to have that lag no matter what, going back and forth, up and down, but when it's standing still, okay, when I'm talking, yeah, I mean, there's really no lag when somebody's talking to you, just a little bit. However, that's still, I don't know, I like that a lot. Now, this is what you would use for Skype. So this is the picture that you would actually see of me. Obviously, it's going from a digital camera to the actual phone itself. So therefore, yeah, it's going to be, it's a lot better quality. But I'm telling you, ask anybody that has this phone, it's really good quality. So flip it back to the back. Let's flip it back to the back. Okay, so putting it back to that, see if I can go. Very nice quality. Once again, you can pinch the zoom, and I mean, this zooms in so well that I can read this time. It says time 17:58 something p.m. So therefore, it was taken in here. Very good quality. Like I said, very good details. The clarity on this camera is, to me, amazing. For it being just the only 3.2 megapixels, obviously the same thing as the Prevail and all the other ones. You can just switch it over to your video camera. Going back and forth, I'm not noticing any lag. In fact, what I might even go as far as to say that I think that this camera is actually probably better than the ZTE Warp. I'm noticing a lot less lag going back and forth with it, and the picture quality is the same. However, it seems like this phone has a lot less lag to it. Alright, so now let's move on, moving along to the web browser. Go to a main page, very fast. One thing you're going to notice right away from the difference from the ZTE Warp is it is a more compressed page due to the fact that the screen is smaller. Oh, okay, well, I'm cheating. This is on Wi-Fi. I was wondering why it was going so much faster. Let me take that off really quick. I was like, wait a minute, is it going that fast? Seriously? Okay. Now let's try that again on just 3G. Okay, let's go to Google. So I mean, you can tell the immediate difference right away. Scrolling goes smooth. Pinch the zoom, works nice. I'm not noticing any lag going, no problems or any issues along those lines. Yeah, this 3G is terrible in the back over here. So you guys don't take it for granted that the 3G signal is not that strong right now. Don't think that this phone's extremely slow, because it's not. We're just going by signal itself. Alright, that's going a little too slow for me. Let me just see if I can run through anything else that's different between the two. Yeah, going through all these, I'm not really noticing anything major that's different besides the camera. Going back to which phone would be better, all depends on what you want. Now I'm not bad mouthing the ZTE Warp. It also has a great camera. I don't take pictures, and I don't take video really with my phone. That's what I have this here camera for. So that's why that factor is really not that big to me. However, some people it does make a huge difference between them two. Alright, this 3G is so bad right now that this just looks embarrassing. However, take my word for it, both phones operate the same. They both have a 1 gigahertz processor. And I believe that pretty much will wrap it up on this phone. I do not have the quadrant test. This is DJ's phone, so I'm not going to be downloading certain things on his phone for him. However, that was just a quick run through, some quick pointers. This is my very first time actually using the phone, besides from my last video, which I really didn't go too in depth with it. So once again, if you're deciding between the two phones, both make very good choices. I can't really tell you which one is better and which one's worse, because this is all personal opinion matters. If you like the bigger screen, go with the ZTE Warp. I'm not even going to go with cameras, but because this has a good camera. If you are really into the physical keyboard and you use Skype a lot, because you can't, as far as I know, you can't use it on this phone. I don't use it, so therefore I never tried it. But if that thing's the major selling factor for you, then I would definitely go with this phone. Both phones make great choices, except this is $199.99, and this one I believe is $229.99 from boostmobile.com. So thanks guys for watching. If you have any more questions on either of these phones or any of the phones for that matter, feel free to send me a private message or comment in this video below. Thanks.